Stop right there. Have you ever set a width and height for a box, added padding or a border, and suddenly the box looks bigger than you expected? That's not a mistake. That's how the browser works by default. But don't worry, in this video, I'll show you how to control it yourself. Now, remember the box model we talked about before. Most HTML elements are boxes, and every box has 4 parts: content, padding, border, and margin. Content is the actual information inside the box: text, images, or even another element. The space where that content sits is called the content area. Padding is the space inside the box, around the content. Border wraps around the padding and content, and margin is the space outside the border. But in this lesson, we're focusing on something very important: the box sizing property. Here's the key idea. Box sizing affects only content, padding, and border, because these determine the total size of an element. Margin does not affect the size. It only controls the space around the element. So what is box sizing? Box sizing is a CSS property that lets you control how the browser calculates the width and height of an element. It has 2 main values: content box and border box. Let's start with content box. Create a div with the class content area and add some text inside it. This content stays inside the content area. Now style it. Give it a background color and maybe a font size of 20 pixels so you can see it clearly. What you're seeing right now is the content area. By default, when you set width and height, they apply only to the content area. Even if you don't write it, every element is already using content box. So let's set width 140 pixels and height 140 pixels. Now you can see the size is applied to the content area only. Next, create another div with the class content box. Add some text inside it, then move to your CSS file and give it the same style as the first box. At this point, both boxes look the same. Now here's where it gets interesting. The moment you add padding or border, the size of the box increases. Add padding of 20 pixels and a border of 5 pixels solid red. Now the box becomes bigger. Why? Because with content box, the browser adds everything together. So the total width becomes width plus padding left plus padding right plus border left plus border right. In our case, 140 plus 20 plus 20 plus 5 plus 5 equals 190 pixels. The same happens for height. So now your box is 190 pixels wide and 190 pixels tall, even though you set it to 140 pixels. That's why your layout can break without you realizing it. Now the question is, what if you want your box to stay exactly the size you set? That's where border box comes in. Create another div with the class border box. Add some text inside it. Then move to your CSS file again. Give it the same style as the second box, but this time change box sizing from content box to border box. The size does not change. It stays 140 pixels